Hello, my friend. Imagine if there was a single rule that some of the world's most successful people quietly followed. A rule that helped them learn faster, think deeper, and achieve more than most could ever imagine. The 5-hour rule is that secret weapon. It's a simple, powerful habit used by visionaries like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Oprah Winfrey, and it could change the trajectory of your own life, no matter your goals.
At its core, the 5-hour rule is exactly what it sounds like. Setting aside at least 1 hour per weekday, 5 hours each week, for deliberate learning. This isn't just about working harder or cramming more tasks into your day. It's about carving out focused, distraction-free time specifically for growth. And the results, as we'll see, can be transformative. Let's start by looking at how this rule plays out in the lives of its most famous practitioners. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, is legendary for his voracious appetite for reading and learning. Despite leading a global tech empire, Gates makes time to read about 50 books a year, often dedicating whole weeks to reading retreats. He's known to take detailed notes, reflect on what he's learned, and then apply those insights to his work and philanthropy. Elon Musk, the mind behind companies like SpaceX and Tesla, is another devotee of the 5-hour rule. Musk has said that he learned much of what he knows about rockets simply by reading books and talking to experts. He's constantly seeking out new knowledge, whether it's through reading, experimenting, or inviting challenging conversations. This relentless curiosity has allowed him to disrupt industries and tackle problems that others considered impossible. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential media personalities of our time, attributes much of her success to her lifelong commitment to learning. Oprah's famous book club has introduced millions to the joy and power of reading, but her dedication to personal growth goes far beyond that. She regularly sets aside time to reflect, read, journal, and seek out new ideas, believing that the more you know, the more you can achieve. So what sets these high achievers apart isn't just their talent or drive, it's their disciplined approach to learning. The 5-hour rule is about making growth a non-negotiable part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. But why does this seemingly simple practice make such a profound difference? The answer lies in the way our brains grow and develop. When we deliberately set aside time for learning, especially when we push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, we build new neural connections. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is how we adapt, improve, and innovate. But it doesn't happen by accident. It requires intention, focus, and consistency. That's where the 5-hour rule comes in. Here's how you can put the 5-hour rule into practice, no matter how busy your schedule may be. Start by picking an hour each weekday that you can commit to learning. Maybe it's the first hour of your morning, a lunch break, or the quiet time before bed. The key is to make this time sacred, free from distractions and interruptions. Next, choose a learning activity that challenges you. Reading is a popular choice, but it's not the only option. You could watch educational videos, listen to thought-provoking podcasts, take an online course, or even practice a new skill. The important thing is to go beyond passive consumption. Take notes, ask questions, and reflect on how what you're learning applies to your life or work. Experimentation is another critical piece of the 5-hour rule. True learning happens when we put new knowledge into action. This could mean trying out a new technique at work, starting a small project on the side, or engaging in deliberate practice, breaking a skill down into its components and working to improve each part. This approach, championed by psychologist Anders Ericsson, is how experts in every field hone their craft. Reflection is also essential. After each learning session, take a few minutes to jot down what stood out to you. What surprised you? What challenged your assumptions? How might you use this new insight to solve a problem or pursue an opportunity? Regular reflection helps you internalize what you've learned and makes it more likely that you'll remember and apply it. The 5-hour rule isn't about instant results. It's about building a habit that compounds over time. Just as investing small amounts of money regularly can lead to substantial wealth,
Investing small amounts of time in learning can lead to exponential growth in knowledge and ability. After a year, you'll have spent over 250 hours deliberately improving yourself, the equivalent of more than 6 full work weeks. Imagine what you could accomplish with that level of focused growth. Of course, it's easy to make excuses. We all feel busy, overwhelmed, or stuck in our routines. But the stories of Gates, Musk, and Winfrey remind us that even the busiest people can make time for learning, if they make it a priority. In fact, the more successful you become, the more important this rule is. The world is changing faster than ever. New technologies, industries, and ideas are reshaping the landscape. To stay relevant, creative, and resilient, you must keep learning. There are a few common pitfalls to avoid. One is confusing busyness with learning. Answering emails, attending meetings, or scrolling through news feeds might feel productive, but they rarely lead to true growth. Deliberate learning is about depth, not just activity. Another trap is thinking you have to go it alone. Learning is often more effective and more enjoyable when you involve others. Join a book club, find a mentor, or participate in online communities where you can share ideas and get feedback. Finally, be patient with yourself. Building a new habit takes time. You might miss a day or struggle to stay focused at first. That's okay. What matters is persistence. Over time, the 5-hour rule will become second nature, and you'll start to see the benefits, not just in your work, but in your confidence, creativity, and ability to adapt. The beauty of the 5-hour rule is its universality. You don't need to be a billionaire or a celebrity to benefit from it. Whether you're a student, a professional, an entrepreneur, or someone simply curious about the world, you can harness the power of deliberate learning to unlock your full potential. So, the next time you find yourself wondering how the world's most successful people keep growing, remember the 5-hour rule. Set aside 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, to learn, experiment, and reflect. It's a small commitment with the power to transform your life. The path to mastery, innovation, and fulfillment isn't a secret, it's a habit, and it starts with just 5 hours a week.